Population Development Plan. Hindi po ba natin alam na ito yung exact reason kung bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng commercialization of idle assets. At kung tatandaan natin sa liyab nga po, you brought up that you were against commercialization of idle assets. Pero dahil sa polisiya na ito, you are pro, okay, sige. Pero, you're against. Ngayon, kung hindi mo alam yung premise kung bakit nagkakaroon ng ganitong ng budget cut at commercialization, ay ito, yung policy kasi ng long-term higher education development plan na ginagaot ng World Bank, ay ginagamit na excuse ng ating gobyerno para sabihin ng UP ay hindi kailangan ng state subsidy, which is wrong because we are a state university in the first place. Kaya kailangan natin ng state subsidy dahil we believe that education is a right.
This Honduras has 30 seconds to close out the exchange.
Linalaman ko lang po, hindi po kami, kailangan po may compromise sa aming pag-agree sa usage of idle assets. So, depende po yan if anong benefit ang makuha ng student and if makakatulong ito sa pag-aaral nila. So, natin as CMC as a whole. Okay, thank you very much.
We will now entertain the third question from Isam.
This question is addressed to the BC representatives of STAD-UP. Knowing and realizing the fact that the BC department is such a pool of intimate student-faculty relationships, how do you plan to forward your militant activism in your projects for the department?
And with that, if you actually have a plan to do so, can you enumerate concrete ways in order to achieve this? Since mahilig na kayo magsabi na may konkretong plataforma, so can you actually cite concrete ways in order to, as we all know, realizing the nature of that, Evan actually cited a while ago. So, yeah.
So, tinatanong lang kung paano namin, paano kami may pag-coordinate sa faculty para sa militant activism? Kami sa STAD-UP, hindi naman namin business na mamilit ng mga teacher, na magpalabas ng mga students sa mga classrooms nila, ganyan. At hindi naman layunin namin na i-enjoy ang faculty para i-instill sa mga students nila yung militant activism na i-espouse namin, ganyan. Kasi kami sa STAD-UP, hindi kami namimili.
At yung sinasabi mong intimate relationship, ang balak namin dito ay gawin mo lahat yung mga estudyante dahil hindi talaga kami namimilit. Choice ng bawat estudyante, choice ng bawat member ng STAD-UP na sumama sa mga pagkilos dahil nakita nila yung pangangailangan. At kung nakita
relationship na in terms of putting forward our projects. Check tayo doon sa ina-acknowledge na choice ng mga students na sumama sa pag-arali. Ginagawa ko lang siguro yung sinabi ni Ms. Ea Aquilar na nais niyong gawin mo lahat ang mga estudyante ng BC. I just want you to be more specific on this process. And inuulit namin na how do you plan to intend to forward your militant activism with the faculty-student relationship and perhaps more power ang bibigay natin kung paano yung ito-forward sa faculty. And si Farah?
Dahil po sa sinabi niyo po, di ba? Nais natin ipakita kung paano, kung kaya yung mga kubang humarap mismo sa ating VC chair at sabihin sa kanya, oy, yung lab fees natin, bakit ganyan? Kaya ba itong ibaba? Hindi ba kayo natatakot sa relasyon na maaaring mangyari sa atin sa ating relationship? Knowing that they actually are advisors. So, because we from stand-up.
In the event na we understand some of your projects.
Sa mga regular kasi, natanong na kayo sa kung paano nyo sustain at maintain yung inyong mga projects o yung mga programs of action. At sinabi nyo nga na hihingi kayo ng tulong sa mga alumni. So this is the question. What will you do to make it feasible and maintain the projects you have if the alumni fails to support financially?
Hindi ko po yun, fail to support financially. Sige, linawin naman natin na hindi lang po namin sinasabi na sa ano na lang tayo mag-result sa pagsusustain na sa pag-maintain ng mga projects namin sa BC. We have stated that the council this date is proposing income-generating projects to sustain these projects. At syempre, marami namin na ang BC department at perhaps ang MASCOM, they would help if one person does not or fail us to sustain and give financially so that we can help other people.
Yeah, again, to add to that, our projects actually won't cost many, they won't really cost a lot. We have the backdrop project, and this backdrop, it will work by the collaboration of many students. Tayo mga estudyante magtutulungan dito, hindi talaga kailangan magbigay ng malaking pera. At pagdating naman sa Bodega Bongga, very feasible itong project na to, dahil hindi naman din malaki ang gagastusin natin para dito. Yung alam ko sa DZUT, doon po natin kailangan mag-focus sa maglagay ng marketing. So with that, we are very confident and we can give our word that these projects we are proposing as a slate are very feasible. So that's it.
Sabi nga ni Emma na kung mag-fail na yung alumni na magbigay ng financial support para sa mga projects, they will help other people. I would like to ask Emma Manogi kung sino po yung mga persons na yun, ano?
At bukod pa yan, maaari kasi mag-encourage ito ng public-private partnership kung saan maaari mag-enjoy yung academic freedom at yung influensya na rin yung freedom ng content ng DZUT sa program dahil lang sa sobrang expensive ng mga review sets na gusto nilang ilagay. Tsaka, nagkaroon ko kayo ng canvas dun sa Bodega Bongga na project. Having a makeup deck and mirrors was not that cheap. Yan po, salamat.
So 20 seconds lang po. So, dito natin yung mga alumni, sinubukan namin, mag-promote yung alumni, and syempre, yung mga siguro, pwede natin sabihin corporations, which will serve the best interest. At sa pagtatag ng corporations na yun, decorated, the very Samoa, and we are pro and for it, for as long as it does not interfere with the academic excellence of the BC people.